I'm going to have them stand here.
Okay.
I'll stand here.
It's already on. You gotta love him, Brian. You gotta love him.
Super excited.
Oh, I think they walk. They're coming.
We look official.
Oh, that's right. You're the groomsman. Go for it.
Oh, yeah.
Get over on this side, guys.
Man, you're good. You're good.
Yep.
Yeah.
We're not official.
Let's see if she remembers the significance of this shirt.
Oh, I do.
What would it be?
Well, it came from our granddaughters.
That came from our granddaughters, and they were in our wedding party.
They were in our wedding party.
Here.
Romantic guys.
Sir Lancelot. You may step up here now.
that
On the robe with me.
Romantic guy. Oh, wait, let me give her a kiss.
Kristen's here.
Want me to hold your flowers or you got them? No, I got them. I got them.
Awesome. Okay, well, let's have all of our groomsmen come around here.
Everybody's got to come in.
Yeah, come in closer.
Come on over here, groomsmen, just so my back isn't to you.
We're on that side.
Okay. All right. Super.
Did you see the list of stuff she's got on here? I think we better get it over.
Well, we are gathered here today to celebrate the special love of Ms. Deb Mosteller and Gary Mosteller, otherwise known as Mr. Mosteller. Deb and Gary, otherwise known as Mr. Mosteller, are here to celebrate, and you are all here to be witness to their celebration of love and their commitment of love. And our Pearl Peeps, all of our Pearl Peeps, we have a refrain for you today. Your Pearl Peeps as well. And that refrain is love can take you higher. Can we hear it?
Love can take you higher.
Oh yeah, I hear some. How about Bahamian?
Love can take you higher.
All right. So now that you know your role, I'll explain my role. So I am officially official. I am certified to perform this ceremony by the Majesty of the Bahamian Courts, the Paradise Island Parliament. I had to go through several certifications. The Queen of Conch, the Duchess of Sea Mermaids, the Banana Boat Captain, and of course our honorary Pearl Oyster Bahamian Trip royalty.
There you go.
So, with that said, we are going to have a fabulous ceremony today. First, I would like you all to imagine a garage sale where a lamp is $8 sitting on a coffee table. There are bowls for $1.25, and there are used books for 75 cents. And all of a sudden, the angel of love touched down upon these used books for 75 cents, which people wanted to bargain for. The bowls of $1.25 and that lamp for $8. And the angel of love came upon them, and look at what has brought them together. How beautiful. For all of you who have known romantic love, you know that special feeling when that angel of love touches you. And for all of you that are looking for that romantic love, remember that love starts with just regular love. The love of your sister, your brother, your kids, your aunt, your uncle. And what's so important is the love of nature. And number one, most important, is the love of yourself. And remember, if you haven't found that romantic love just yet, everything happens for a reason from which we can learn and grow. And for anyone that you talk with that has found that beautiful romantic love, that all-lasting forever love, knows that it often takes quite the challenging road to get there. But it's worth it! So, Gary, otherwise known as Mr. Mosteller. Gary has a beautiful passion for golfing, which I love, for skiing, which I love.
Now, wait a minute, am I marrying the wrong woman?
For woodworking, which I love the product of. And that passion that he has for these three is just such a wonderful thing to watch. He golfs and skis sometimes 3 and 4 days a week. Deb has a passion for oysters, which I love. Pearls, which I love. And Deb has a beautiful passion for people, which I also love. And so Deb practices her business 3 to 4 days a week, sometimes more. And in this way, they are both strong columns, very, very strong columns, celebrating their unique gifts, their individual tastes, their passion for things that the others may not understand. And yet, when they come together, they appreciate each other, understand each other, and are patient with each other, usually. Now, can we hear a love takes you higher?
Love takes you higher.
Let's hear it from the men only.
Love takes you higher.
And the women.
Love takes you higher.
And the celebrant.
Love takes you higher.
And the officiant. Love takes you higher. And now we will have a few words from Ms. Deb Mosteller.
Okay, this started out, I do have to say, this started out to just be our honeymoon, because we did not take one. This makes me glad. But you weren't all at our wedding, and you all are my friends. And I love this man so much. My life changed completely when he came into it.
Can we do a one love takes you higher here?
Love takes you higher! And I am grateful to God every day for him. And even though he gets frustrated and agitated with me at times, I don't think anybody understands me more than he does. So I'm grateful, and I love you so much, Mr. Mosteller.
One, two, three.
Love takes you higher.
From the men.
Love takes you higher.
From the women.
Love takes you higher.
And now we'd like to have our famous bridesmaid step over here. Ms. Amy Mesher would like to say a few words from this reading. We're going to pass out some reading books here. There's 3 here for the men. And there's some for the women. There you go. And there's a couple over here. And Amy?
Thank you.
Amy's going to start by reading the Mother Teresa saying, and also the Monique Duval saying.
The needs are great, and none of us do great things. But we can do small things with great love. And together, we can do something wonderful. Mother Teresa. There is a quiet wind voice inside of me. It's the same voice inside of you. Dedicate and persevering, it led us towards each other. Across desert sand, traffic noise, solitary sky, I found your little house or yard sale by the sea. And I never wanted to leave. So can I just say a few words? Celebrate?
Absolutely.
So I'm honored to be part of this wedding, Gary, because I've had the pleasure of knowing your wife to be. And she is someone that came into my life at the time that I needed someone to boost me up. And that's what she did. And so I can only imagine how she must be as a full-time partner to be there for someone else. So congratulations to you.
Thank you. Thank you, and I agree.
Sweet. Now we'd like famous bridesmaid, rock star Kristen Nash to come with me.
Honor of maids. No autographs, please. No autographs.
So I was trying to find that love is patient because that's what everybody needs to hear, I think, because it's so important. But I couldn't find it because there's no internet service in the Bahamas. So I'm going to do it from what I can remember because I think that it is important to remember what God has put in plan for love. And what He's put in plan is that love is patient, love is kind, it does not boast, it is not rude, it keeps no records of wrongs, and my favorite is it is not irritable. So good luck with that. But basically, faith, hope, and love are the pillars of what keeps a relationship, whether it be with God or with each other. And the most important of all of these is love. I love you guys.
Love takes you higher. Love
Takes you higher.
Now Stephen has asked to do a reading by the Dalai Lama.
Must have been in your sleep, but it's okay.
I remember. If you want others to be happy, practice compassion. If you want to be happy, practice compassion.
And the next one?
To love a person is to learn the song that is in their heart and sing it to them when they have forgotten.
Beautiful.
I feel very blessed to have met you, Debbie, and now you, Gary. When I first met Debbie, I didn't know if she was really funny or not. Because she had this kind of dry, And I even said to Joni, I said, she seems funny, but I don't know sometimes whether to laugh or not, because I don't know if she's serious. but now that I've got to know you, you are very funny, and I love spending time with you. And hopefully, Gary, you and I someday will get out there on the golf course, and you'll just have to give me a few shots on every side. I'm glad to be part of this.
Thanks.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Now, a volunteer to do another reading?
I will.
Come on up, Ms. Bridesmaid, Ms. Lisa from Snowy, Massachusetts. I'm in it with Amy. The Maya Angelou and the Monkeys. First Maya Angelou.
If you don't like something, change it. If you can't change it, change your attitude. I thought love was only true in fairy tales, meant for someone else, but not for me.
I think we should
I was
sing
gonna
that.
say, you're not singing it?
Ready?
Oh, you want me to sing it?
2, 3.
I thought love was only true in fairy tales.
Meant
Meant
for
for someone else, but not for me.
Okay, that's enough.
I'm a believer.
know that part.
We did the whole monkey song. Were you there? We did the monkey song.
Love
We changed it all
takes me
together.
higher.
It was a blast.
The next reading will be by our famous Director of Sales, Ms. Tammy, the Wild Womanista.
Wow.
I know.
Gary, this is for you. The miracle is that sharing life actually makes it bigger. The rhythmic is magic. Real love always adds, but never subtracts. With love, we double our joys, divide our worries, and multiply our possibilities for a life of meaning, romance, and adventure.
Woohoo! Love to take
Take
you
it
higher.
higher. Amen.
Love to take you.
The next quote is, I have learned silence from the talkative, tolerance from the intolerant, and kindness from the unkind. I should not be ungrateful to those teachers. You are an example of good love. It's a good inspiration for me personally as well. So thank you for having us here with us.
And who would like a nice long reading?
I'll do it.
All right, come on up, Lacey. Bridesmaid Lacey.
I'm so honored to be a part of this.
With a Tahitian pearl.
I know. Wedding gift. Okay, then.
To laugh often and much, to win the respect of intelligent people and the affection of children, to earn the appreciation of honest critics and endure the betrayal of false friends, to appreciate beauty, to find the best in others, to leave the world a bit better, whether by a healthy child, a garden patch, or a redeemed social condition. To know even one life has breathed easier because you have lived. This is to have succeeded.
That's wicked Mosteller, too.
Isn't that? That is more stellar.
And the next one is, if the only prayer you said in your whole life was, thank you, that would suffice. And I chose to do this one because I want to thank you because you are an inspiration to me.
Thank you. Next, we'd like to hear from one of our groomsmen, Mr. David. Shall you do the trust one?
Trust is the knowledge that someone will see you back when you feel at your worst. Trust is the assurance that someone speaks the world of you and is out of the room. Someone you trust knows you. Sings your song, backs you up.
Love it.
Good job, Mesh.
And next, we're going to have Mr. Kevin. One of our
Just the next one in the line, or in the book?
Yeah.
Okay. Devin Gary, go out in the world and work like money doesn't matter. Sing as if no one is listening. Love as if you have never been hurt. And dance as if no one is watching.
I think we do that.
That's a great one. And Mark? Ray, does anybody know Ray LaMontagne?
Yes,
singer?
Fabulous.
All right, you'll have to look up this song.
I just think if we build on this trust that we have for one another, baby, we can make this last a lifetime.
Thank you. Thank you, Brunswick. And let's see. Charlene, come on up. Maya Angelou.
You know, she's talked so much about you, Gary, and it's so fun to see you. And you know, Kevin and I talked about how we want to know you guys more. But Deb, you know, the first time I met her, it was kind of like Stephen. It's like, is she being funny or is this serious? But then, you know what? I think there's a bit of seriousness and funny in all of it. But like I've told you, what you have given each of us is permission to be who we are.
Amen, sister. Amen.
Amen.
That's very cool. Oh, you guys are gonna have fun. I love the way you're like, you just tell each other you love, I love you, these kids, and I love I've learned that people will forget what you said. People will forget what you did. But people will never forget.
Ooh, that's a Deb Mosteller.
And thanks for doing this with us. This is so cute. Thank you.
Oh, one thing I did forget is I'm so glad that you came along because I never knew your first name.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
I started asking everyone, I'm like, what's Debbie's husband's first name? They're like, Mr. Mosteller. And I'm like, no, he must have a first name.
Mr.
Oh, maybe it was Mr., right?
Yeah, Mr.
Diane, would you like to do our last two?
Sure. As long as I don't fall on my face, we're good.
I got you back.
You got my back, okay. So today, Brian, they're all good. Okay. For every minute you remain angry, you give up 60 seconds of peace of mind. It may feel like an enormous risk by talking honestly about a situation is the key to healing. And let me tell you, I am so, and I know Boss said it, honored and blessed to be part of this. And if nothing else, it has shown me that there is a chance for happiness. And to see every one of you, it just makes me realize that there is happiness out there. And someday, I know my Mr. Right will come along. But I'm just so blessed to be part of this for you and all of you. It's like your partners, and I love you all.
And now we'll ask Gary, otherwise known as Mr. Mosteller, if he has a few words to say. And before you do that, Gary, I just want to say it really touched me that you chose to wear something that was so powerfully symbolic of your day with Deb and of your family.
Yes, and that is an important part. It's family, and I love that so much. It sometimes hurts. We're good together, and we've been together for over 5 years now, and we've gone through tough times, and we've gone through so many good times, and the good times certainly offset any of the tough. Wow. Love you. Can we kiss now?
Wait.
We got 3.5 more hours.
Lunch is being
How y'all
brought
doing? We're going to segue right into the pirate party. Well, I just know, looking around, I realized that I have actually known Deb the longest. And what a treasure that is. And I'll never forget, I met Deb up in New York, and she was absolutely hysterical because she was making jokes. We were having Pearl training, and Deb was making jokes. At the time, we worked in the prison, and shared with me what that life was like. Over the years that I have seen Deb excel, Deb was our top #1 demonstrator in sales in the entire country. And all of you here today know what dedication that takes and what belief in yourself you need to have. And as many of you know, Deb also has gone through some challenging times. And it would be remiss to not say a beautiful thank you to our fabulous Pauline, our office manager, who has been with us for years and years and retired not too long ago. And Pauline and Deb had a very special bond. And Pauline shared with me that Deb changed her life, and Deb has shared with me that Pauline changed her life. So it was through Vantel Pearls that, once again, miracles happened, and they were all beautiful, and they all happened for a reason, from which we all learned and grew from. Proudest moment was when Deb wanted to be a leader, became a leader, excelled at being a leader, was up on that stage, and here it was years and years later after she had been #1 in sales, and I was so thrilled to see her. And then we went out for the Believe and Achieve, and Deb and Gary, otherwise known as Mr. Mosteller, had an entire church packed
full of people for our Believe and Achieve event because they believe. Our Believe event, sorry. Our Believe event. And Gary filmed the whole event. And Gary, you were so supportive. And afterwards, we went out to dinner with my darling Elle, my daughter. And we're sitting there, and literally, Elle is hitting me like, Mom, they're hysterical. Mom, they're so fun. Mom, they're perfect.
And you went home with a bruise.
She just thought that there was something so special as a couple to see you interacting with each other and having so much fun over a simple dinner. They had a blast together. So what you have, I believe, is given to you from up above. And so I wish you the best with that gift that has been given to you from the angel of love to be on this Bahamian soil and celebrate such a special occasion today. So, is there anybody else that would like to share? Well, if not, we have one more refrain.
Love to take you higher.
And Gary, otherwise known as Mr. Mosteller, do you take Deb, pearl girl that she is, to be your special love on this Bahamian beautiful beach?
I certainly do.
Deb, do you take Gary, otherwise known as Mr. Mosteller, to be your special love on this beautiful Bahamian soil?
Yeah. Amen. I think yes.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Okay, Gary, you get to do it!
Party begin.
Let the party begin.
Yay! Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, we would throw some rice, but let's pretend we're throwing it.
And I am so glad to have met all of you. I've been around, I think, everybody, and this is my first time, so it's really been a lot of fun, and love you all.
You're welcome to come back.
Gary, you're part of our event.
First time, many years.
Yes.
Absolutely.
We all know Mr. Mosteller.
Yeah.
You should have told us you loved us last night, Gary. Gary, you should have told us you loved us last night. We could have had a big bachelor party last night.
I think we had a little fun anyhow.
Yeah,
We
we
were
had a
sitting
little
on
party.
my lap. We were mooning the guys up.
Gary was the
we had a
first
pretty
one
good
up,
party.
man. Yeah, as for
The
you, Mr. M.
bachelor party was in the back seat with Amy and Tim.
She
As
probably
they were
shouldn't know
popping
that.
out of the cake.